the simplest, no bells and whistles, beginner friendly card, in my opinion, that you could find on the market. As always, not financial advice and not an advertisement, but if I was to go and get a credit card for the first time again, or recommend it to a friend or a loved one, etc., I'd go with the Discover It card. I'd do it all over again, and today I'm going to show you why. There's really just no bells and whistles with this card. It's very simple, and it's easy to get approved for. There's not a whole lot going on here, right? So basically, your main benefit is this 1% cash back on all purchases. Now, in the grand scheme of credit cards, that's not really that crazy, right? Like 2% is pretty much the standard. But when you're just starting out and you can't get approved for those cards yet, this is kind of where it's at, honestly. And this 5% cash back on the rotating categories every quarter, that's going to remain powerful. Just period, right? It's hard to beat 5% cash back. And usually these categories are pretty good. You know, you're going to naturally spend on them. There'll be something like, I mean, it says right here grocery stores, restaurants, gas stations. I mean, they rotate through categories that are actually useful. And I know the grocery store one, at least this year, lumped in like grocery stores, wholesale clubs. So even something like a Sam's Club or a Costco that's not usually coded as a grocery store, you're still getting the cash back on that. It's a bit of a rare category. So let's get into the meat of it here. So already mentioned the 1% cash back, the 5% cash back, zero annual fee. This is probably the most important thing for a beginner card, as you're not worrying about hitting these rewards so that you break even or make money or whatever. Like you just don't even think about it. You just use the card. It's no big deal. As always, this APR, you need to pay off your statement in full or it will kill you. Just keep that in mind, as always. Cash advance, I would just not even do that. Don't even worry about that. Don't even get into any of this stuff. Forget that exists, right? And the nice thing is, like many credit cards, this card does have a new member bonus. And what I really like about this as a beginner card is this bonus, there's no minimum for it, right? There's no minimum, there's no special categories you have to hit. It's just whatever cash back you get in your first year, it gets matched at the end of your first year. Like that's it, right? If you only use this credit card for gas and you spent like, I'll make up a number that's probably too high, but $10,000, right? You spent $10,000 on this card, you just get $100 back, assuming you didn't hit any categories or something, right? If you spent 10,000, you get it. If you spent $100, you get $1 back. There's no bells and whistles with it, right? There's no you need to spend $1,500 in 90 days. Like that doesn't exist here. And I talked before about actually, yeah, the customization's pretty cool. This dog is so badass, dude. I would totally go back. If I could have a time machine, this would be the one thing I would change. I should have got the dog. Should have got the dog. But this card is really easy to get approved for, right? And the reason I say that is it's not super dependent on your credit score. So pretty much you're going to go through first name, last name, general stuff, right? They care a lot more because this is tailored to beginners about, are you employed? What's your income? What's your rent? Have you been paying rent for a while? I think if you would fill this out, it would probably, nah, maybe not. Okay. I want to say it would ask you for the length of rent or providing some sort of information, but basically, yeah, you can see here. Do you have bank accounts? Blah blah blah. Like all these non-credit score related things that Discover is going to look for to find out aside from credit score. Hey, are you a reliable creditor? Not creditor, creditee? I'm not sure. Person to give credit to. Are you reliable with your debt and paying it off? And they're going to use other factors beyond credit score because you're new to credit cards. You probably haven't taken a loan out before. You don't have a credit score, or like you just have no credit history. So Discover is going to use all these to figure out what you're going to get. If they're going to bring you on, pretty much, right? A very simple video here, dude. Like this is as basic and bare bones as a card can get. All you have is the 1% cash back. And then the 5% on the rotating categories, you got to make sure that, every month not every month, but every 3 months, go ahead and make sure that you're enrolling in those. It's free. You just have to remember to do it like 30 days before the period begins. And then you just go through. You have your bonus for the beginning, but you have to do like literally nothing for that. It just earns on its own. You don't have to think about it. It'll just hit. And then the cashback's super easy to spend as well. Like it just goes into your account. You can use it as a statement credit, basically meaning on your next credit statement, you can apply the cashback. Say you get like $5 in cashback, you just get a $5 discount on your next statement. Super easy, super simple, amazing beginner credit card. I'd have to recommend it for anybody who's new to credit cards. If you've been using credit cards for a while, you got some other more powerful cards. There's not much point in this, right? At least to me, unless you really want to just grind out the bonus. But I think there's easier cards to do that on. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. If you're new to credit cards, or maybe you got a kid, you got someone younger, or just someone that doesn't have a credit history, I think this is the one. Not advertised, not financial advice. Thanks. Have a nice day.